And then from here, we will construct the neighbor reservoir. Okay, click add tank here, click done. I will move them a little bit. Okay, there. Okay, and then I will go inside. I will call it gas 2, temperature this one, initial reservoir pressure. Let's assume they are quite similar. Okay, the first reservoir and second reservoir, porosity 0.26, Connaught water saturation 0.66, water compressibility use correlation, original gas in place. For example, we will do regression again after that. Let's assume the gas in place is 30,000 mmscf, and then start of production, just put the same date. Water influx. Let's say I know this neighbor reservoir, but I'm sure there is no aquifer in this reservoir, so I will skip. Rock compaction, I will use correlation. Rock compressibility, I mean. Okay, rock compressibility. Rock compaction. Okay, there is no compaction issue. Now, relative permeability data. Okay, relative permeability will be the same with the first reservoir. Okay, 0.2, 0.61. Let's say this second tank, second reservoir doesn't have well in it, so there is no production in this gas reservoir. Okay, so the production only comes from the first reservoir. Click done. Okay, so I have this reservoir, and then I have, for example, fault here, fault. And then after the fault, I have another gas reservoir, but the fault is not sealing. Okay, it's not sealing, but it is leaking. So there is flow from gas 2 reservoir to gas 1 reservoir. There is connection, there is transmissibility, there is flow from this gas reservoir to this gas reservoir. Okay, why there is flow? Because here the reservoir pressure here drops due to production. Here we don't have production. Here we have production. And the reservoir here, the reservoir pressure here will decline, will be decreased. And that's why this one, this gas to reservoir will flow the fluid into this gas reservoir. Okay, and we will connect them with transmissibility. Add transmissibility here between gas 1 and gas 2, allow flow from both directions. I will put the initial transmissibility 1 reservoir barrel per day, centipoise per psi. And then I will make this one just asterisk. Fractional flow, I will use the tank. And then pressure threshold is very important. Pressure threshold is the required pressure difference between two reservoirs before reservoir with higher reservoir pressure can give the flow to the other reservoir with lower reservoir pressure. So that's the pressure threshold, and we can check in gas 1. If we go to analytical method, the reservoir pressure drops from 1,725 to around 1,500. Okay. And after that, the pressure stabilizes. So we can think after the reservoir pressure drops from 1700 to 1500, so around 200 psi, after the reservoir pressure drops about 200 psi, the connection now works. Okay, the connection, the transmissibility is now active, and there is flow from gas 2 to gas 1 reservoir. Okay, so we think maybe the pressure threshold is 200 or 250. So we click finish and use threshold with equal potentials, 250 for example. And there is no production history in transmissibility. We can validate and click done. Okay, so now they are connected. They are connected. And now we can check history matching, analytical method. But still no effect here. Okay, no effect. Why? Because you can see the data points are still inactive. So I will activate them, click finish. I will now make them active. So in MBAL, if you want to make the data inactive, you can just click like this one. And if you want to make them active again, you can click again. Okay, so that's the way we can do. Okay, so let's check. Done. History matching, analytical method. All right, you can see now we are almost matched, almost perfectly matched.